see. I hope so. We'll see. I mean, we've watched him in their spring game, and he's definitely a talented guy. He can make all the throws, and he's athletic. So it'll be a good test for our guys.
It's safe to say that you'll be using more than one formation on defense.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Many more than one.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
How do you prepare for a guy that's never played a game? Like, do you go back to? I mean, do you put extra emphasis on the spring game, or you try to simulate it?
We watched some of the spring game for sure. Okay, and the one thing that they got going, I think Coach Fisher's got a tremendous scheme, and the thing about what he does is he's got an athletic quarterback that just left there, so we certainly think there's probably some similarities. I don't foresee them changing an offense from one year to the next just because a new quarterback comes in.
How do you think his baseball experience can add to his preparation for his first game?
I'm sure having competed at a high level, that helps. I mean, that can't hurt anybody. That can't hurt anybody. As far as what it means for reading coverages and whatnot, I don't think it makes an iota of a difference. But the fact that he's competed at a high level, I'm sure will help him.
How do you also prepare for two running backs who are probably going to get a similar number of carries and can do similar damage?
Leverage the ball, and tackle. They're both talented guys, obviously. Both run hard, both run with good pad level. And like I said, when you're facing two backs like that, leveraging the ball and tackling, and it's got to be a defensive team effort. It can't be one guy. You got to have relentless pursuit in order to play well against a couple backs like that.
Do the linemen appreciate what they're up against because they got to worry about those guys, and they're up against an offensive line that has really a number of guys that could all be in the NFL someday?
Certainly, I think so. And we watch the tape, and for the first game, you watch a lot of tape because you've been preparing for them for so long. And shoot, it jumps off the tape that they're really talented. Whether it's their guards, their 52, their center, they got a talented group.
We were talking to Shane earlier this week. He said, could see as many as 20 guys playing on defense. And I don't know if that number might be accurate, but do you plan on rotating a line? Do you feel deeper this year?
We're going to play a lot of guys. There's no question. It's hard. It's always hard for me, especially being in a new position. It's hard for me to compare last year to this year. But I think we got more guys that understand their roles and embrace their roles.
Based on your personnel, are you able to run the defense the way you want to run it, ideally for you?
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about Coach Chris and really our whole coaching staff. Everybody talks about a system. Well, really, any good coach adapts their system year in and year out to fit the kids. It's not the other way around. You shouldn't have the system. The kids have to fit the system. If you do that, it's a disaster.
Stopping the running game is always going to be a top goal. When you've got a situation like this with a brand new quarterback and two really good running backs, is it even more important because they might look to lean on the running game to take some of the pressure off Winston?
Well, I think anytime you have two good backs, that's the most demoralizing thing in football is when they run the football on you. So, I don't care if you're playing Purdue and Drew Brees when he used to throw it 50 times a game. The first thing you better do is stop the run, or it demoralizes the defense. That's regardless of who the quarterback is.
Will you be down in the field, or are you up in the box?
I'll be up in the box.
There's two rocks to tackle. One arm. I have to help you out a lot, right?
Yep.
Those guys are pretty hard to move.
No question, we're counting on them. And I think they prepared to have a good season, so I'm excited to see them play on Monday night.
Do you expect them to gang up on Aaron, and if so, how do you kind of counterattack that?
When you say gang up, I don't know.
Double team.
I think they'll probably have some slide protections to them, no question. I mean, they'd be dumb if they didn't. And there's some different ways that you can attack that.
What about, are you personally excited, anxious your first game as a defensive coordinator?
Sure, absolutely. There's no doubt about that. It's the first game. You break camp and you wait forever, it seems like, for the first game. So we're anxious to get it rolling.
Sleeping okay these days?
Yeah. Hey.
Priorities in order.
That's right, yeah.
How have Bam and Anthony come along? They're looking to make their first starts.
Good. I think every day they're getting a little bit better. Young guys like that, every rep's an opportunity to learn. So it's definitely a learning process. But they've gotten better throughout camp, and even through this week. Thanks, guys.